Hello everybody, it's Frio's Adventures. I'm just gonna talk about what news I found interesting today. So, in this case, we have the new president of Peru, Keiko Fujimori. Apparently her parents were, or I guess great-grandparents, are Japanese. They immigrated from Japan to Peru. So she's of Japanese descent, right? She was born there, so she became president. She won the election. Apparently, she won by a very close margin uh, from between herself and the other opponent as well. And that's pretty much it. And the only reason I was interested by that was because of this meme. That's pretty much the only reason, right? When the love of my life gives me good mornings, but or gives me good day, or wishes me good days, right? But every day since Keiko Fujimori was president, it's been bad, or it hasn't been good. Alright, I mean, I kind of butchered that. My Spanish isn't really that great, but that's pretty much what happened here. I guess we'll have to see, right, what's gonna happen. Supposedly, a lot of her policies, or a lot of policies that she's planning on implementing, she's also criticized in the past. We'll just have to see how that goes for her, right? We'll have to see how if Peru prospers from this, right? I only know Peru as the people that play the flute, right? But yeah, that's what I think of when I think of Peru. I think of the people that play the flute. I do know one Peruvian. She used to work with me at the grocery store. She's a pretty nice person, right? She's a pretty nice woman. Other than that, I mean, she actually did teach me how to speak Spanish at the grocery store, or at least helped me learn Spanish a lot. She really wanted me to speak Spanish. She didn't really like speaking English that much, even though she was pretty fluent, right? She was going to community college. Anyway, that's the only Peruvian I know, right? There was one time where we were walking together from work, and she basically showed me where she was living, and her sister was looking out the window, right? I guess she didn't see me, so she was pointing to her sister, "Hey, look, there's my sister," right? And then the sister went down, and she basically just went down. She hid behind the window, right? Or she didn't want to show her face, so she went back down on the ground. She didn't want to show her face on the window. I guess she was shy or something, I don't know. Maybe she was embarrassed, right? Because technically she was the older sister, and the person in the house was the younger sister, right? But yeah, that's the only Peruvian I know. So yeah, we'll have to see how this goes, right? I don't know if it'll... I mean... I don't think the US has really had any problems with Peru. Yeah, I live in the US, by the way. I don't think it really has had any problems with Peru. But we will have to see. Maybe Trump and Keiko Fujimori will get along together. I don't know. We'll have to see, right? Oh, by the way, I said my previous search was she is Japanese. No, she's not Japanese. She's of Japanese descent. And yeah, she does speak very good Spanish. The only reason I searched this up was because of the last name. It's not because of how she looked, although to be fair, they do look very, very Japanese. We'll have to see how it goes, right? I mean, this is one of those examples where some people are criticizing how she was criticizing the Populist Party or the left-wing party, for example, like raising the minimum wage. That's an easy applause, right? And she ended up saying in her address, I guess today that happened, right here, that she was going to raise the minimum wage, right? I don't know if she's going to do that immediately, or maybe she's going to do it later. I didn't really watch the full speech, but anyway, that was just an interesting piece of news I decided to see today. And yeah, let's go on to the next topic. American Airlines went down due to an IT issue. Oh, by the way, this is the bear. This is the bear. He's just sleeping right now. He's laying down like a prop, like in Hassan's bedroom. He has the dog over there. What's his name? Lola, or her name Lola, right? Something like that. I don't remember. But anyway, we have American Airlines that went down due to an IT issue or IT outage. This really reminds me of the whole CrowdStrike outage that happened last year. CrowdStrike outage that happened last year. Yeah, oh no, 2 years ago. Damn, that was July 19th, 2024. It was pretty bad, and it affected the airlines as well, I think. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, basically, it affected a lot of airlines too. It caused a lot of flight cancellations. Oh my god! And the funny thing is, that outage happened because I guess one person pushed a faulty update on a Friday, by the way. So when that happened on a Friday, July 19th, 2029, hold on, was this a Friday? I want to make sure before I, say some BS, right? Yes, it was a Friday. So essentially, they pushed a production update on a Friday when they know they're not going to work over the weekend, or at least they don't really want to work over the weekend, right? Whenever an issue is called up. So I guess they pushed it on to production, and that's what happened with the CrowdStrike. That's what this reminds me of, but this was specifically for American Airlines. To be honest with you, I don't even know. Apparently they're up and running again. I don't really know. I was trying to figure out find out what the IT outage was specifically. I couldn't really find out. I guess we'll figure it out tomorrow. Maybe they'll release something tomorrow. Say, hey, this is exactly what happened, and by the way, this is the actual report itself. This is July 28th, 2026 at 10:29 p. Well, actually, I don't. No, I guess. I guess what is that, like a UTC time? Probably. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, that's essentially what happened with American Airlines. It's very, very weird. Especially with a lot of these airlines today, we have had quite a few either close passes, like, for example, those firefighters and the fire truck. They were basically, went in the way of the airplane, and specifically that was most likely a communication issue, right? They told them 5 seconds before they crashed that stop, don't go that way, the firefighters don't go that way. The firefighters ended up going that way. I guess maybe they did not realize it was for them, but that was pretty bad. I think 2 pilots, everybody in the fire truck died, and also 2 pilots died, I believe. That was even bad. That was pretty bad. I think that was Canadian Airlines. I mean, we've had a couple of other ones too before then. I think there were some close passes, right? But yeah, these issues, they kind of have to get on top of these issues, right? It's very, very bad. And the fact that a lot of these, as for example, TSA workers aren't really getting paid on time, or they weren't getting paid on time at one point, especially with the government shutdowns. That was also really bad. Like, they should have at least gotten paid. They should have at least gotten their paycheck. Because nobody wants to go to work and not get paid at all. Like, let's be real here. Come on, I wouldn't want to go to work if I wasn't getting paid. Why would any of them? Yeah, so, I mean, that's pretty much what happened. We'll see tomorrow if they release a statement. Maybe I'll go over tomorrow, maybe I won't. The only reason I'm recording is because my parents aren't home. Yes, I live with my parents. And my brothers aren't home either. So I was able to find time to record. I just said, you know what, let's screw it. Let me go ahead and post a video. Let me go ahead and start posting videos, right? Because this channel has been not been used for in a while, and I've always wanted to, create videos and whatnot, talk about the daily news, maybe give my thoughts as well. And apparently Fauci is speaking tomorrow, so we'll have to see what's going on. Can't spell what's going on with him, right? He's gonna give a testimony tomorrow. Him and Rand Paul are probably going to fight over what happened during COVID, and they're mainly trying to figure out whether or not he... I believe it was a paper that he published in 2020 of February. The origin of the SARS. Let me check. Fauci, SARS. Yeah, the origin of SARS, the virus causing COVID-19. He made a research paper, and they're trying to figure out whether or not he willingly suppressed the publication of that paper so that the public doesn't know about it. I mean, if that's really the case, that's pretty bad, right? Especially when, I mean, there was a lot of suppression going on even during the lockdowns, even with Twitter as well, with when Jack Dorsey was the CEO. I think there was a media company that published the whole Hunter Biden thing, and essentially, he, the Jack Dorsey, and, you know, obviously underneath him, he did support the decision as well from his team. Essentially, they locked down the media company account, as well as requesting them to take down that Hunter Biden story, or Hunter Biden tweet, specifically the tweet about that story. And once they take down the tweet, they will be able to post on Twitter again. They were not allowed to post on Twitter at all until they deleted that tweet. It was so big, even to the point where Ted Cruz even went against Jack Dorsey and talked about it, and finally the team just basically unlocked the account after all of that, but it really took a while. It took Ted Cruz talking to Jack Dorsey, you know, face to face, to basically say, what the hell are you doing, right? And I think Elon Musk buying Twitter was definitely a good thing, in regards to allowing freedom of speech, right? Or even allowing me to talk, right? I mean, I haven't... The only things I've posted on this account are, hey, come watch these shows about... Come watch these, you know, YouTube videos about TVs and about the gardening, right? Cars. I thought, you know, people might want to learn about things. I realize now people don't really care about learning anything. They want to learn either what's going on currently, or they want to learn about things that interest them, right? They don't really want to learn about what goes on in the process of making a TV, or what goes on in the process of making a car. They just want to drive the car. They want to look at the car, they want to hear the car, how it sounds, right? So they look at people, you know, famous YouTubers and whatnot, streamers, to see what kind of, you know, the big flat screen televisions they have, and also the kind of cars they have, like the I like the Tesla Cybertruck, for example, and the Stradman. Okay, yes, he has a lot of supercars. You know, a lot of kids watch him, so even my brothers watch him. So that's how I know about him, by the way. But yeah, anyway, hold on, I just really wanted to confirm. Yeah, proximal origin of SARS-CoV-2, CoV-2, so let's see how that goes. I mean, that is on a Wednesday, today is a Tuesday, tonight's Tuesday night. I don't even know if I'll be able to post the video today. We'll have to see, right? It depends. I may have time to post it today. You guys don't give a that, right? Like, you'll see the video when you'll see the video. That was pretty much all the news I had to talk about, right? I didn't really have anything else going on due to tech outage. Okay, 49ers. Rupert Lowe. Oh, this guy's, he's really making the news, right? This guy, I love... I see him being ritually insulted for my sport. I'm not racist. Damn. I'll talk about other things in the future, right? You know, maybe I'll bring my bear in as well, right? The non-talking bear. Maybe I'll have him be my voice, or I'll give him a voice in the future. I mean, I did give him a voice in the previous videos, right? But the dog is somewhere else, if you're wondering, by the way. The professor is somewhere else, right? He's not really a professor, but he's a dog. And yeah, he's a... I gotta start making jokes, man. Anyway, yeah, we'll have to see, right? this is essentially... What is that dog's name? Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Alright. I'll talk to you guys later.